Sit. Hello friends, and welcome to our second weekly challenge. This week we are going to be learning how to sit and how to proof that with some distractions and in some other environments. For those of you with dogs who already know how to sit, don't worry, we're going to make it a bit more challenging for you, and it'll be something new that you most likely haven't tried before. If you want to learn more about our weekly challenges, you can check out this video up here, or you can look at the description box below and read a little bit more there. All you need for this week's tutorial is a clicker. If you don't have a clicker, you can use your voice. You can just substitute the word yes or good in for every time that I click. You'll need some treats and your dog. So let's get started teaching the sit first. I know some of you have brand new puppies, so you'll want to start at this stage. If you have an older dog that already knows how to sit, I'll leave some timestamps below so that you can skip over the basic part. The first thing that we're going to do is use our treat as a lure. So we're just going to hold it in between our fingers, kind of like this. We're going to let our dogs get interested in it. You can give them a few to start off. And then to ask for the sit, you're just going to use that treat. Put me stand. You're going to use the treat, get them interested, and just lift it up above their nose. Yes! As soon as their rear end hits the ground, you're going to click or say yes and deliver the treat while they're in position. Good. Good job. Once your dog can successfully follow the lure, you are ready to move the treats out of your hands. You want to move the treat out of your hand very quickly so that you don't have to use a treat every time you want your dog to sit. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to do a few sits with our treats, and then we're going to throw in one just the way we were doing with the treat, but we're going to leave a treat out of our hand. So that'll look something like this. See? This time with no treat. Good girl. Over time, you'll want to slowly move to only using your hand signal without a treat, always rewarding them for their correct behavior from a treat from your pocket or a shelf or somewhere that is not directly in your. Once your dog can successfully sit by using a hand motion, you can start adding in the vocal command. It's pretty easy to add in a vocal cue to the behavior once your dog is solid on hand signals. Dogs usually pick up on hand signals much more quickly than a vocal cue, so that's why we start with a hand signal first. To transition to using a vocal cue only, you're just going to say your cue word. I like to use the word sit. Then you're going to use your hand signal, click, and reward. It'll look something like this. Sit. Yes, good girl. Once your dog can successfully sit when you use the vocal cue and the hand signal, you can start to fade the hand signal out. This is just going to take repetition and patience. What you'll want to do is ask for the sit with your voice, wait for a few seconds. If your dog doesn't complete the behavior, you can go back to using the hand signal. But you want to keep practicing it enough so that your dog can eventually predict every time you say the cue, you're going to use the hand signal. This will make them sit on your vocal cue or on the hand signal. Sit. Good job. Whoop. For those of you whose dogs already know how to sit, I'm going to give you a couple different challenges that you can do that are a little bit harder than just the sit cue. The first extra challenge you can try with the sit is an automatic sit when you stop. You can use this on walks. You can use this when you're in dog class. You can even use this at places like pet stores or pet-friendly areas. Just like transitioning to a vocal cue only, this is just going to take repetition and practice. So all you're going to do is get your dog into a heel, Walk a few steps, stop, ask for the sit, and mark and reward. You're going to do this so often that it's going to become second nature for your dog to sit when you stop. Ready? Heel. Sit. Yes, good girl. Over time, you can start to fade the sit command altogether. This will just take patience and repetition. Eventually, your heel and sit should look something like this. Yes. Great job, Twimby. I know a few of you have service dogs or other dogs that are a little bit more advanced, so they probably already know this behavior. So we're going to take it one step further. Instead of stopping to cue the sit, we are going to cue a sit while we're in motion, and we are going to keep moving while our dog stays there. So we usually begin in a heel, ask for the sit, feed a treat while they're in the sit, move one step away, come back, treat, and resume our heel. Over time, we can start to fade that first treat, ask for a sit, wait for them to stay, come back, and give them a treat for staying. So that will look something like this. Ready? Heel. Let's go. Sit. Good. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. Sit. Once your dog starts to understand and is solidly sitting while you're in motion, you can start fading out the treats in your hand and waiting to reward until the exercise is complete. The completed exercise will look something like this. Sit. Great job. Good job. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, or you can join our Facebook group by signing up for our mailing list. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a video, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye!